Hey there, thanks for stopping by the Kingdom Minded Coach YouTube channel. Appreciate you being here. Today, we're going to talk about a topic that is near and dear to my heart. It's how to build a massive brand without selling your soul. I want to start off by saying that there's this lie circulating in the Christian entrepreneur space right now, and it's costing a lot of believers their peace, their purpose, and their identity. The lie sounds a little something like this. To build the brand, you have to play the game. You have to water down your message. You have to avoid talking about Jesus in your content, right? You have to package yourself for the widest possible audience, even if that means leaving the most important part of who you and I are at the door. I'm here to tell you that is completely false. And today I'm going to show you, or at least attempt to show you, exactly how to build a massive, influential, lasting brand without compromising your faith, your values, and your calling. If you ever felt the tension between building something big and staying true to who God made you to be, then this video is for you. I know I've been there, but stay with me. Let me start by naming the real problem or the elephant in the room. Most Christian entrepreneurs, me included, are not struggling because we lack the talent. We're struggling because the market, and we're not struggling, I'm sorry, because the market is too crowded. We're struggling because we're trying to build two brands at the same time. Brand number one is the public brand, right? The one designed to appeal to everybody. We try to stay neutral to avoid anything that might turn someone off, that may offend someone. And then we have brand two, which is the behind the scenes private brand, the one who we actually are, what we actually believe, and the one that pretty much states the mission God actually gave us or gave to them. And the exhaustion of managing both of those is what truly burns people out. It's what creates the feeling of being a fraud, the imposter syndrome. It's what makes you and I question whether what we're building is even worth it. And that's a dangerous place to be. But here's the truth. The most powerful brand you and I will ever build is the unified one where you and I in private are who we are in public. We're the same person. Does that make sense? Proverbs 11:3 says this: the integrity of the upright guides them, but the unfaithful are destroyed by their duplicity. Duplicity, two faces, two voices, two brands, right in the scripture. This is not a strategy for success. It's a trap of the enemy. So, what does it actually look like to build a brand with integrity, a brand that is both massive in reach and uncompromising in conviction? Let me give you a framework. I call it the three pillars of a kingdom brand. Pillar one, identity before audience, right? The first pillar is this: you must know who you are before you try to reach who you want. I must know who I am as a man, as a created being, as a husband. I need to know who I am and what I stand for before I try to reach anybody else. Most people, and I've done this, build their brand backwards. We start by asking, who is my target audience? And then we shape ourselves around to fit that audience, never really fitting. The problem with that approach is that you end up performing and becoming a version of yourself, of somebody else, rather than expressing the real one. So you're playing those two sides of the coin. And the audiences, they can feel the difference. They can feel when someone is performing versus when someone is actually living what they preach. Kingdom brand builders start with a different question. They ask, who did God make me to be? And what did he commission me to build? Here are three questions you need to be able to answer before you build anything else. Who are you? Not your job title, not your niche, your identity. Are you a son or are you a daughter of the king? Are you building from that place? Question number two, what is your assignment? Not what's popular, not what is going to be profitable. What is the specific thing God put on your life to build, to say, and to steward? Number three, what do you stand for? What are the non negotiables, the values, the convictions that will move regardless of what the likes, the followers, the Instagram algorithm, the YouTube algorithm, whatever the case may be, what are the values and the convictions that you're going to stick to that are not going to move regardless of the algorithmic rewards? When you can answer those three questions clearly, concisely, and with conviction, your brand becomes magnetic because clarity is very rare, y'all. It's very rare. And people drawn to leaders who know exactly who they are speaks volumes. Romans 12:2, one of my favorite scriptures, says, "Do not be conformed to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by" what? By the renewing of your mind. Your brand, my brand, is an expression of your mind. It's the well springs of your heart. If my mind is renewed, your brand will reflect that. If your mind is conformed to the world's pattern, your brand, will reflect that too. An actionable step that I want you to take right now. Write out your answers to those three questions this week alone. One paragraph each. Don't cut yourself short on this. This becomes the foundation of every piece of content you're going to create, every offer you're going to build, and every audience you speak to. Okay? Pillar number two, message before marketing. The second pillar is that your message must come before your marketing strategy. Does that make sense? You have to know what you're going to say before you market it. Here is where a lot of Christian entrepreneurs get it backwards. And I say this from experience. We invest in funnels, we invest in ads and content calendars and social media strategies. We go from seminar to seminar, conference to conference before we have a clear, compelling message. And then they wonder why none of it is working. Marketing amplifies your message. If the message is unclear, guys, marketing just amplifies the confusion. Your core message is the core truth that you carry, the one thing that only you can talk about. The thing that you can talk about for 10 years and never get tired of it because it's just not content, it's conviction. Here is how to build a clear brand message in 3 steps. Step 1, this is gold. Name the pain. What is the specific struggle your audience is living with right now? For this channel, it's the tension between faith and business, the feeling of being called but feeling stuck. Name it specifically and name it boldly. Step number 2, offer the shift. What's the transformation you're guiding people towards? Not just a result, but a new way of thinking, of operating and building. For us, it is moving from a performance-based identity to a purpose-based identity. Step number 3, anchor it, guys. Anchor it in nothing but truth. What is the biblical or the principled foundation that makes your message more than just good advice? This is what separates kingdom brand from a motivational brand. Anyone can give good advice, anybody. I've done it. You are offering a framework rooted in eternal truth. There's a scripture in Isaiah 55:11. It says, "So is my word that goes out from my mouth. It will not return to me empty, but will accomplish what I desire and achieve the purpose for which I sent it." When your message is rooted in the word, it carries weight that no marketing budget can manufacture. Actionable step that I want you to take right now. Write a 1-sentence brand message using this formula. I help blank person go from this specific pain to this specific transition or transformation, excuse me, through my unique method, my unique approach. Post it somewhere visible. Every piece of content you create should connect back to that sentence. Let's move on to pillar number 3, and this is the fun one. Consistency before scale. The third pillar is the one that most people skip because they are too much in a hurry. Gosh, I've been there way too many times. Consistency before scale. Everyone wants to scale. Everybody does. Scaling means more money, more success, right? Potentially. But everyone wants the big platform, the large audience, the massive reach. But scale without consistency is just noise at a very high level. Everyone wants to scale again, like I said, but you don't want to be just loud. You want to be the brand that lasts, the one that builds real influence over time. Those are built on a foundation of consistent, excellent, faithful output, not just viral moments. Those don't happen every single day. Not one great launch, consistent compounding effort over a period of time. Here is what consistency looks like in practice. Show up on a schedule your audience can count on, whether that is a weekly, a regular podcast, or a consistent social content. Pick a cadence, protect it like a commitment, like a preference, not like a preference. Stay in your lane. Every time you chase a trend that has nothing to do with your core message, you're diluting your brand. You don't want to do that. The algorithm might reward the trend, but your audience will lose the thread of who you are, and you never want to compromise that. Hope that makes sense. And then do excellent work in the obscure seasons. In the first video that we were talking about becoming a kingdom leader, I talked about how we need to build even when nobody's watching. We need to build when we're not getting the likes, when we're not getting the follows. What content are you creating when nobody is watching? The content that builds the character of your brand. One video that you post today that was seen maybe by 15, 20 people like that can be seen by 1 million people 2 years from now. You never know. Don't save your best effort for when the numbers are big. Bring your best every single time. Galatians 6:9 says, let us not become weary in doing good. I shared this in a previous video. For at the proper time, I will reap the harvest if we do not give up. And that is huge. The harvest is coming, guys, but it comes after the consistent, faithful planning, not before it. Commit to one content format, one upload schedule over the next 90 days. Commit to writing your plan out. Commit to finding who you are, your identity. Write it down. Tell someone who will hold you accountable. Don't change, don't flutter, don't move based upon your feelings. That's huge. Stay consistent for a period of time, regardless of the results. Let the compound effect work in your favor. Now, I want to address a few questions. It's probably sitting in the back of your mind right now, and these are some of the questions that I had. You may be asking yourself, but Angel, what if being fully myself, fully biblical, fully Jesus mode, fully faith forward limits my reach? What if I lose potential customers or clients because I'm too specific about my faith? What if I lose a potential sale because they know that I'm a Christian and I believe in God, or for that, or more specifically, because I believe in Jesus? I hear this question all the time, and I want to share an answer to it directly. Yes, you will lose some people. You will not be for everyone. And that is not failure. That is a feature. The brands that try to be for everyone end up being memorable to nobody. I'm going to mess up this word, but specificity is not a limitation. It's a superpower. When you are clear about who you are and who you are for, the right people find you easier, they trust you deeper, and they stay for a lot longer. You build a smaller, but far more loyal and engaged audience, and that audience converts, refers, and multiplies in ways that a broad, shallow audience never will. When you are clear about who you are and who you are for, they will find you. And that is huge. The audience will find you, they will refer you, they will follow you, and that will multiply far faster and greater than anything else can. Matthew chapter 5, verse 14 to 16 says, "You are the light of the world. I am the light of the world. A town built on a hill cannot be hidden. Neither do people light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Instead, they put it on its stand, and it gives light to everyone in the house. In the same way, let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven." After all, that's what we're supposed to be doing. Having a kingdom mindset and knowing that everything that we're supposed to be doing in this world is to glorify the Father so that our light can shine and others may be able to see it. You were not called to dim your light to make other people feel comfortable. You are called to put it on a stand, to let it shine. A massive brand built on kingdom principles is not smaller than a secular brand. It is different. It is deeper. It is built on a foundation that does not shift when culture shifts. It doesn't shift when the algorithm changes, when the economy turns. So let me bring this home with 3 things that you could hopefully do this week to start building your brand the right way. This week, answer 3 identity questions: who you are, what your assignment is, and what you stand for. Write them out. Don't rush this. This is the foundation. Take day 1 and day 2 to do that whenever you start. Again, answer 3 identity questions: who you are, what your assignment is, and what you stand for. Once you get that down, pray about it, meditate on it, get into the word about it. Maybe day 3 and day 4, write your 1-sentence brand message using the formula I gave you. Rewind the video if you have to, pause it. Test it by saying it out loud to yourself. If it doesn't sound like you, rewrite it until it does. Share it with somebody that you trust. And then day 5 through maybe day 7, commit to your 90-day content schedule. Start putting stuff out there. Pick your format, pick your cadence, meaning how many times a week you're going to do it, and just start. Don't wait until it's perfect. Nothing's going to be perfect. Start with what you have. The brand you're called to build is not built in a day, but it is built one faithful, consistent, and uncompromising step at a time. If you want a deeper framework for getting very clear on your assignment and silencing the imposter voice that's going to come and tell you that you're not qualified to build this, go to my website, thekingdommindedcoach.com, and pick up your free guide, Kill the Imposter, Walk in the Assignment. It's also going to be linked down below in the description. You can pick it up there. And if you're ready to go further, if you want to build your brand with someone walking alongside you, apply for private coaching on our website as well. The link is also in the description. As I mentioned, and I always mention, I always work with a small number of marketplace leaders that are really excited and ready to build their brand and walk this new season like no other season you ever have before. And it's a lot of fun. We pray together, we talk together, and we make sure that we make some kingdom impact together. So it's a lot of fun. Other than that, I hope this video really helped you. I hope it helped you get aligned with what it is that you got going on. Again, I would love to talk to you, but more importantly, subscribe, share this video with somebody. You are not called to build a small, quiet, invisible brand, or even just, it doesn't even have to be a big brand, guys. It could just be you being a voice. We were not called to be small and invisible and quiet. Don't be afraid of what people will think. We were called to be victors. We are victorious because of Christ. You were called to build something that carries the weight of the kingdom, something that outlasts you, equips others, and points people to the King of Kings, to the Lord of Lords. So build it big, build it boldly, and do not sell a single piece of your soul to get there. It's not worth it. I'll see you on the next video. God bless. Until then.